Okay, that's a great way to start the video.
Hello.
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 Okay. Hey everyone, this is Jasmine from Baileyodraws Art, and do you want to introduce yourself, or?
I can. I'm Bailey. I have Baileyodraws on Instagram.
Alright. I'm going to make sure to put your links down below, so anyone that wants to check out Bailey's artwork, you can do that in the description. She's one of my very good friends. I've known her for years now, but it feels like forever.
Honestly.
We're almost the same person.
Pretty much, honestly.
And today we just wanted to draw some Mario characters. I will be drawing Yoshi as a real dragon.
I'm going to be drawing Mario with a little bit of a twist. I think I'm going to leave mine a bit as a surprise. And then at the end, you can show your viewers this beautiful creation.
So you guys
I think you'll
get to wait for the surprise.
Yeah. I think it's a surprise worth it.
I think so. I have to remember what a dragon looks like. I don't know.
Oh no.
He's gonna have a turtle shell. And shoes.
I mean, there's a... Oh wait, I was thinking of a dinosaur, not a dragon.
I don't know if I said dinosaur dragon. I'm gonna make him big.
A bigger, more realistic version, or what kind of style are you thinking today?
I was thinking more realistic. That might take me a while, so we're just gonna wing it and see what happens. Because I've only ever drawn like a dinosaur and dragon a few times. I love them though. I love dinosaurs and dragons and stuff like that.
Let's wing it and see what happens is just the slogan of arts.
It really is though.
When you're 4 projects in, you're just like, at this point we're just winging it and seeing what happens.
Do you remember near the end of the year when we were given the skulls that we had to draw for the class? Everyone had their own skull they drew.
Oh yeah.
And I was in the middle of my project and I'm like, screw that, and all of you guys looked at me at the same time. and gonna do it? I'm like, I guess. I don't want to. I'm like, I guess I will, but I don't have time for this. And everyone's like, oh, okay.
You just like decided to be a rebel at the most like same time to do it.
I'm like the most teacher's pet person ever.
Yeah. And you're just like, I will not draw a skull that represents me for our class book. Are you insane? We did have a lot of projects for them though.
Yeah, it was so busy, and trying to get a comic book done in 3 months was a crunch, man.
It was a hard time. It was fun though. And you ended up drawing the skull and getting the comic done.
Yeah. I was so close to not getting it done. I don't know if I ever said, but like I pulled an all-nighter and I came into school the next day and I handed it in, and that's when Emily, our teacher, was like, oh, by the way, you guys have until lunch because it seems like not everybody's ready to hand in stuff yet. And I'm like, are you serious? And I told her how tired I was, and she's like, you can go take a nap on the couch. And I'm like, I'm already here.
I just broke you.
Yeah.
There's so many times you dragged yourself in. I was like looking at you and I'm just like, teachers, I think my desk mate here is gonna die. Like,
but literally though. So for those of you that are watching, I sat next to Bailey in art college, like not for the entire year, but for most of the year. Like I'd say 2/3.
Yeah.
And we got to know each other really well then.
So very well.
The way we bonded is we both found out we have anxiety.
Are you afraid of everything? Yes, I am too.
Me too. Because before that, we hadn't really talked much.
No, because we were both too scared to talk to each other.
Exactly.
No, yeah. Are you entirely afraid to do anything in this world? Me too.
Me.
Me.
Well, I mean, for the first few, like the first month or so, I used to sit by myself at my desk and eat my lunch and watch YouTube. Or call my mom, which, just so you know, everyone, I'm not cool. In case you had any impression whatsoever that I was, I am not.
You would be mistaken.
You're very mistaken.
I thought you were just gonna be that, like, really, really good, like, amazing artist that just, like, doesn't talk to anyone else at first. Like, I was intimidated.
You were intimidated by me?
Yeah, I was like, she's probably really good at drawing and she's gonna hate me.
I didn't know that's what you thought. I'm like the most timid person ever. I don't know how you got that impression. Wow.
I don't either. It was really short-lived impression, I'll tell you that.
When was the moment you realized that I wasn't like
SpongeBob memes?
Oh, true. I did watch and listen to quite a bit of those.
A lot.
It was
like a lot.
It was the way I kept myself busy was watching memes, and I started listening to them for fun later. Like all cool people do, you know.
As everyone does. You know.
Like, what are you talking about? I was very cool. I watched SpongeBob memes. I'm pretty old. I like the good older memes. I know everyone goes with the flow nowadays, but I still like my Shia LaBeouf and the Doot meme, and then there was the moment when our whole class was really obsessed with the Dog of Wisdom.
Okay, was I the one that brought that in front of everyone? Did
Yes.
I introduce the Dog of Wisdom? Okay.
Yes.
I didn't want to say I did, and then you'd be like, excuse me. But I'm very happy that I brought the Dog of Wisdom up to everyone. It was a meme that has blessed us all.
My favorite part is when I think it was was it Lee or Emily? One of them had said something like sounded like ha ha ha, and all of us together started like making the sounds, and the teachers looked at us like we were cracked. Like,
yeah. Oh, who was that?
I know we did it in front of Emily, and she said that we made weird sounds, but I think we did it in front of Lee too.
We did it in front of everyone, like in that school, and they were just like, something's wrong with this class.
I mean, I don't really blame them very much.
They went through a lot.
Yeah. Mind you, one of our teachers, he was great. He's both of our favorite teacher that we had.
I would say it.
But he kind of acted like a cool dad, but not a dad. Uncle, I would say more so like. But he liked his memes, and he had a playlist he would show us.
What if he watches us?
Hi, Lee. I miss
Hello,
you.
Lee. I miss him too. Best teacher.
He was so funny. He was like relatable, and also not relatable at the same time. He tried to understand what lit meant, and that I will never forget.
We had to teach him, just like he had to teach us.
We were also his teachers.
Yeah. Teachers of what's our generation? What would we be?
Oh, jeez. We're in-betweeners.
Yeah.
What are we called?
Learning
Zillennials? Is it
What?
Well, like, you know,
Zillennial?
there's Gen Z, and then there's millennials. I think we're Zillennials.
Yeah. So weird.
And so him trying to relate was just the best.
Honestly. Like, because he really, like, he understood it. Like, it was like he was trying to figure out a way to explain it to his friend. How we acted. That just wasn't working.
Yeah, he definitely tried to like get like he got a good kick out of my taste in music because I like to listen to, you know, more classic rock and 80s, and I like a little bit of everything. And he got a big kick when he'd come over and see me listening to like Dead or Alive.
Aww.
And he'd be like, "What are you listening to that?" I'm like, yeah. Or when we were making band posters, and he's like, "Okay, somebody name a band," and no one said anything, and I'm like, "Aerosmith," and he's like, "Aerosmith, oh, okay," and he started laughing. Oh, I love that.
I will say, like, even myself though, when I hear like your taste in music, it definitely wasn't what I was expecting. Like,
what did you think I liked?
I don't know, you're just like a sweet, quiet girl who's in art class, and I was like, she probably listens to like, it was an in-between of like, you could either be like I guess we didn't really have like aesthetic queen at that point. We had like, I don't know, you'd listen to that chill like coffee house music, or you were just gonna be like a regular top 40s, like you kind of just listen to some kind of nice pop.
Oh my god.
And then just the variety that came out of it was not what I expected.
I love my 80s, I love some of the 90s, I love 60s, 70s, 50s, I like early 2000s. I like a little bit of this and that. The one I don't care for is rap, but even then it depends. It really depends who's doing it.
No, it's definitely like, I was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna be listening to songs that like don't have swears. That's a lie. It's not like you listen to songs that particularly have them.
No.
But definitely when you say the bands that you listen to, I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, like when I told you I loved, what was it, 3 Days Grace, which is your favorite band?
Yeah, that's the one I was like, oh, this is trying a 3 Days Grace, and you're just like, oh, I love them, and I was like, what do you mean?
I remember you're like, because I told you my favorite band's Marion Trench, you're like, I thought you liked, like, I don't know, you know, popular stuff. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I also like A Day to Remember and Mayday Parade and, you know, Linkin Park. And you're like, what?
Excuse me? Linkin Park, that one definitely threw me off.
I love Linkin Park. I miss Linkin Park.
This is like the kind of the energy you give off right away is just like very quiet, very timid, very like down. Like, not saying that like if you are like that you can't listen to that music.
Yeah.
But it was just really just like, I don't know, you would just be like, I'm very like, I don't know. You'd be sitting there looking calm, drawing something, and then I'd just hear someone screaming out of your headphones. And I'd be like, what is going on?
And the very next song would be a SpongeBob remix.
Yeah. It was a lot to take in. Which, like, my music is kind of like that, but I don't know. I expect it more from myself than I would from you. And I don't have the mean music. Mine's more of like different normal genres.
Different normal. I mean, I'm not normal. I know this.
It's okay though. It's okay.
I mean, yeah, I like this and that. I can listen to some Backstreet Boys, some NSYNC, and then I'll listen to some Skillet, and then Skillet is so good. Oh my gosh.
They are, honestly.
Oh.
And I think that's another band. There's a girl, I think it's also, there's a girl I knew in high school who's kind of the same as you, but a little bit more so, where like, she also is very quiet, reserved, kind of just like, yeah, she was very big on like, oh, there's niceness in everyone is beautiful and wonderful. I was kind of a more edgier teenager, so I never understood it, of course. But and one day she was like listening to something, and she's like, "You want to listen to music with me?" And I was like, "Sure." And she turned on Skillet, and I was just like introduced with the screaming, and I was just like, what? I was just like, now I just don't know what to think.
And even better, Skillet's a Christian band.
Yeah, that's what she was telling me, because she's like, do you listen to my music? I was like, oh, what are you listening to? And she said, a Christian band. And I was like, oh, sure, why not? And I was like, this is not what I grew up with. Like, what?
I remember when I found out Skillet was a Christian band, because a lot of the ones I had listened to, like, I didn't know, because, you know, Whispers in the Dark, how is that, you know, supposed to relate?
Yeah.
It wasn't until I heard some of their other ones, so I'm like, oh, okay, makes sense now.
Can't even think of any of those that...
They're more Christian.
I mean, I haven't listened.
I know, like, Stars is, that's one of the, not old ones, but kind of new ones. There's, I know what it is. You Are My Hope. There we go. That's one of the older ones.
Sounds familiar. I haven't listened in such a long time.
I listen to them quite a bit.
Yeah?
Yeah. Did you hear Nickelback released a sea shanty version of Rockstar? And it's so good!
I think, how to say the name? My boyfriend was saying, like, I was listening to it, but I thought it was a cover? Was he listening to that?
No, Nickelback literally remade it.
It's
them.
That is beautiful.
I know!
This is what the world needed at this time.
Nickelback's like, we listened and we made you a sea shanty version. I'm like, Nickelback, I love you so much. You are going to save everyone from this pandemic.
There's nobody in the world that agrees with you right now.
Hey, if you don't like Nickelback, you can unsubscribe from me. I take that as a guarantee. If you don't like them, you insult me.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, bye, everyone. I love Nickelback. I don't care what anyone else thinks.
Hey.
Yes.
No, I see, like, I like them. I grew up a little bit differently, where, like, I didn't know there was a hate for Nickelback just because I was, like, just under a rock my whole life, I guess.
Well, I didn't start hearing about it till, like, after high school, when people were saying that, because I went to go see them in concert, and then I told people, and they're like, oh, they suck. And I'm like, you suck.
Yeah, I was like, I thought we all agreed that we liked Nickelback, but now we all hate Nickelback, and, you know, now it's just a thing of my childhood, so I was like...
Tell me how so many people can hate them, yet their concerts are full, their stuff sells really well, and they're one of the most popular bands in Canada, and one of the most well-known ones now from the early 2000s in the world. Like,
tell us in the comments what your thoughts are on Nickelback.
Yeah.
Try and change Jasmine's mind.
You won't. I will change yours.
Jasmine, don't fight anyone in the comments.
It's my channel. I'll do what I want to.
Fight people in the comments.
I'll fight every last one of you. This really devolved into something I didn't think it would be.
No. You know what we could talk about? Mario.
Alright.
I know you don't play Animal Crossing right now, but they're adding items from Mario games into it, and I'm pretty excited.
Ooh.
Yes. But you don't play Animal Crossing.
I had it on my phone temporarily for a while, but...
Oh, the pocket one.
Yeah. I know what it's about, I just don't have it.
Pocket one for a bit. I always found it to be kind of slow, and so, like, I couldn't enjoy it at the times I wanted, because it took forever to do anything.
Yeah.
Which sucked, because I really wanted to enjoy it. But now I play, New Horizon, and I love it. I mean, everyone played it, got us all through, except for you. Quarantine.
Ah.
I don't know when you did. The rest of us were playing games.
Quarantine. Most people, there's the people baking. I did some baking, but I do that anyway.
Yeah.
There was...
Okay. Your quarantine was literally just what you...
what I do. Well, I watched... Okay, so the biggest part of my quarantine that has actually affected my life for real is I started watching Outlander.
Oh gosh.
That is the most important thing that has happened to me. And if you don't watch it, if you wow.
Shows naked Scottish men.
He's not always. Sometimes.
I haven't even watched it, and that's all I've gotten from what you've told me.
He's the perfect man, but trust me, he's attractive, but he's also the best person that has ever been created.
Who watches your channel before we get into this?
I mean, hey, I have a video on my channel right now that was for Sam Hewen's birthday video, and it is my biggest video still, and it has almost, 3,000 views? Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah, so obviously I have some of his fans paying attention to me.
Yeah.
So they'll appreciate it.
We need to do some Sam Hewen drawing then. That's what you're telling me.
I mean, I draw him quite a bit for myself.
So that's no problem for you.
It's not a problem.
If anyone wants some Sam Hewen, all you gotta say is his name and she'll do it.
I don't need any excuses to draw him.
You just say Sam, you'd be like, can we please see Sam? And the next video is gonna be her just doing a huge drawing of him.
I've tried so many times. I'm not the best at it yet. I hope to get better.
Practice. I hope I can draw Mario better than what I'm doing right now. Practice.
So far, I've tried to draw Yoshi, and I started with one that looks kind of like him, but an off-brand version, so I tried to go a little more realistic. And you know that really creepy Barney meme where he looks a little too realistic, but not quite? It looks like that. I mean, you'll get what I mean when you see it. And then another one, it looks like Squidward, so I started over again.
Hey, that sounds perfect.
I tried.
Squidward.
Squidward.
I put a lot of effort into some piece, and then now I don't think I'm putting the same amount of effort that I should be. And so I'm trying to do better.
Yeah.
Trying.
Here's the thing. When you want to do art for a living because you like it so much, but then you actually try and do it for a job, it takes the fun out of it.
Honestly.
And so you try and get back to doing what you like, but then you're like, how am I going to make money off of this? And so the cycle is endless.
Yeah, I would definitely say if art is your thing that's I don't know, that you use to say for a downtime thing, don't make it your job. The best artists don't like art.
It's true. It's you're satisfied with the thing you made, but did you enjoy making it? No, I don't know any artist that's actually enjoyed the process it takes to make art.
Some days, yeah, you're gonna have fun, but it can be so exhausting to draw when you really don't want to. And you'll never draw what you want to draw again.
Yeah. I mean,
even
if you make a living off of selling your own prints, that's one thing. But it's really hard to do that.
But then you're even stuck with kind of like the YouTube thing where you need to stay on with what's big at the moment. So if you just sat there and drawed Sam Hewen for the rest of your life, because one day he might not be big anymore, and no one else is gonna want them, but you're gonna keep them all anyways.
Oh, you bet I am. I will. I have money put away that is called my Sam Hewen Fund. Literally.
All funds from YouTube will go to Sam.
I want to afford to meet him someday at a Comic-Con, or in Scotland for like a convention they have. And anytime I make a little extra money, I put some in there because I don't care how much it costs. I want to meet him, and it's very important to me.
I'm here to help you.
You're here to help.
I want to be there when you meet him.
Ooh.
Because you'll be so long, wait so long to see him, because of course we can't go out in public or see everyone right now, so it's still gonna add extra time on. And then when you finally can see him, you're not gonna know what to say, and you're just gonna stand there gawking at him. And you're gonna tell him he smells like cinnamon.
No, Jensen Ackles is the one that smells like cinnamon.
Oh, we already know who smells like cinnamon.
No,
I was just picking a joke.
I haven't met him, but that's what other people have said. And he is also someone I'd like to meet very much.
What do you think Sam Hewen would smell like? Have you told about Josh before?
No. I have not.
Now's the time.
No.
Jasmine here loves Mariana's Trench. And I don't feel like I have the right to tell this story about your grand moment. Was it your first time meeting him?
Yes, it was my first time meeting him.
Of course it was.
I was 14, and this was the second time I'd seen the band, because the first time I saw them open for Simple Plan for the Get Your Heart On tour, which was the same year, in February. And then I saw them, Marion Strange, in concert in October 2012. So they had just become an arena tour band because of going on tour with Simple Plan, and they were picking up speed. And this is when a few of the singles from Ever After had come out. But they're mostly going off of their success for Masterpiece Theater, which was their biggest album to date. And it was, I don't know, like close to midnight, but I'd been waiting outside the gate where his tour bus is. And there were a bunch of girls there, but they ended up, leaving, so there was only like a few people and me and my mom. And we had seen some of the crew come out and some of the band, but they didn't come up to talk to us. And so one of the girls asked Josh's girlfriend, like, hey, can you bring them out? I have a gift for them. And I'm like, oh. And she said, okay, I'll be right back. And, I'll see. She went, and she came back with a few of the bandmates, the drummer and the bassist. And they came out. The lead guitarist came out as they were going. And then we waited some more. And finally, it was really cold because it was fall, but it was starting to snow. And then Josh came out, and he came over and he was signing autographs through the fence. People were passing papers through. I got an autograph, and I didn't know what to say. I'd wanted to say I think you're a great performer. I think you're a great musician. You're really talented, and I love your music. What came out was, hey Josh, you smell like vanilla? And then I laughed, and then he laughed and said, oh, I smell like vanilla and sparkle like Evercullen. Good to know. And then everyone laughed, and I'm like, oh, great. I hated myself so much. I've met him. Bailey, still there? There we go. Alright, so, yeah. I met him a few times, but that was my first time. It was a great story.
Every time you meet him, you have a new thing that happened.
Second
a new weird thing.
Second time I met him, all I said was thank you. Multiple times. And he's like, no, thank you. Well, I was waiting in line to get my picture and my photo op. And the theme for that album, Astoria, was 80s, and they wanted fans to dress in 80s clothes. So I did, because I love 80s, and like, of course. So I dressed up. I got like a whole outfit. I actually bought stuff. I did my makeup for it and everything. And I was waiting in line, and when I got to my turn, they're like, okay, next. And Josh looked at me and said, wow, I really like your outfit. And he held his hand out to me to come forward. And I'm like, oh, thank you. And the other band members are like, yeah, you did a really good job. And I'm like, thank you. Took the picture. And I'm like, thank you guys so much. And Josh is like, no, thank you. And he sounded genuine. Because when I tell people, they're like, that sounds like he's making fun of you. No, he sounded genuine. And if he was, Josh isn't really like that. I don't think he would be kind of malicious. I mean, if they had a little bit of fun at me saying it like the way I did, because it sounded like it was the best thing I ever had in my life, I can understand that. But it would never be malicious.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. And like, I don't know. I can't wait to get to see him again, and I hope one day he recognizes you and is like, just to let you know, I still smell like vanilla. Can you tell him he smells like vanilla again?
I don't think I want to.
Please? When I'm there?
Are you gonna be there next time I meet him?
Yes.
You're gonna pay for VIP tickets?
Yes.
Good luck. On your budget.
It'd be more like they'd probably sell out before I would get to it, because I think you always buy them like instant.
Yeah, well, if you wanted to go, you'd have to tell me so I could buy it like right then.
Yeah.
Because even during college, when they were coming to play at K-Days, outdoor amusement park and festivals that comes in the summer, I bought tickets during class. I waited for an hour because I found out that day they were selling tickets, and I bought them. So they had premium party. And like shortly after that, the site crashed because so many people were buying tickets.
Yeah. No, I remember that. I was there for that. Because, I was like, oh, maybe I should go too. And then I saw how much trouble it was going through. And I was like, you know what? You have fun.
I mean, you could still buy, like, admission at the gate. It's just admission. I got premium, though, so that means that I was going to be at the front seating that they had put out. It's a new thing. And so you could still have seen them, but to be fair, it was extremely full.
Yeah. I think just personally, I would have rathered a premium. Because I have to be that bougie, I guess.
If you do ever want to go, just tell me. I will hook you up. I was there from the days when they had a fan club website where you could earn points and get pre-sale ticket codes. So they don't have it anymore. People didn't use it as much as I did, I guess. But
Jasmine had a website.
Yeah. I actually used it. Okay, my Yoshi looks so scary.
I don't want to draw the pants. I'm getting lazy. I need to stop getting lazy.
Yeah, I often try and force myself to finish things, but not at the moment I'm doing it. I'll try and take a 15-minute break or half-hour break, and then come back and see.
Yeah. Just through it. All I need to do it is I don't know.
My Yoshi looks pretty weird right now.
Oh no. It's weird because I keep forgetting that you're drawing Yoshi. And I'm excited to see it every time you bring it up. And then I looked up.
Who's your favorite Mario character? Is it Mario?
Yeah, it's so hard. It's like... I'm trying to think of love Koopa.
Mm-hmm.
Koopa Troopa. But like, when I play like, I don't know, like Mario Kart, I gotta go for Bowser. Because I have a specific setup for Bowser on, I can't remember the car name. Or the, I guess, motorcycle. But I always play him. Right now, we're playing the new Mario 3D. And I usually go for Peach, because when she jumps, she floats a little bit. And Babu's also really cute. See, I'm bad with this one. I also didn't really grow up with Mario too much.
Oh, okay.
So, this is all like newer knowledge from myself. It makes me sound young when I say that, but it's literally just because I feel like I grew up under, like I didn't have that out on the farm. On my Hicktown farm.
Yeah, Bailey grew up in a smaller community. Smaller town. I'm a city girl, big time.
Yeah. Less population than your entire high school.
Yeah. Yep. Very, very true.
Which I'm still in disbelief about. Also, I lost my Mario's pants on one of these layers. I can't find his pants.
My Yoshi looks so weird. Pants. Should I make this part bigger? I haven't. Oh, that makes him look even funnier. Oh my gosh. I don't know.
My boyfriend looks like Luigi. So maybe that should be my favorite. Think about it now. You know my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Think about how he looks. He looks exactly like Luigi, and he even says it himself.
He doesn't have the mustache.
That's true. Do you know Good Mythical Morning?
Yes.
You know Link?
Mm-hmm.
100% they're twins.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
When we watch Good Mythical Morning now, even like facial like what, I don't know, the word I'm thinking of. Like, they'll make the same facial expressions as each other in situations.
Oh my God.
And I'm just like, we were stopped in the mall a couple of times, and people are like, either you're Link or you look just like him. And I'm just like, yes, except for he's like the younger version. Like, Link's older now, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like Link if he was still young. But it's really weird to like be watching it, and I'm like, it actually looks so much like him. But also, I had the biggest crush on Link when I was younger.
Explains why you're dating him then.
Exactly. I was like, clearly, it was just like getting ready for the. So does this mean you're gonna be dating someone that looks like Sam Hewitt?
If there was someone that looked like Sam Hewitt where we live, do you think I wouldn't be dating? Do you think he'd be single? That's the better question.
Yeah. And where we live, like, I don't know if that exists. He'd probably be an asshole or something. I can't say that.
I have to bleep you. We are family friendly on this channel.
Oops. I hate having a mysterious layer.
Yeah. I don't label that many of mine. I should. I try to get better.
None of mine are layered.
None of your layers are layered?
I have no layered layers.
You mean labeled.
Labeled?
None of my layers are layered. Sorry. It sounded funny.
We don't layer layers here.
Who do you think I am?
You think I wouldn't even know how that would be possible. Layered layers.
You think I'm an onion? Like in Shrek? Onions have layers?
Like I draw with
Others have layers?
Why? You know, I'm not gonna ask that. I'm just gonna ask why Shrek became a meme. I'm gonna stop myself.
Everyone in the chat.
It just kind of happened one day. Like, we all just not knowingly, consecutively agreed that Shrek was a meme now.
I mean, do you
I'm not
blame
mad
him?
about it.
Yeah, like
I'm happy. I'm just confused.
I mean, you know me, I love Shrek quite a bit.
We do. I think it's something our class all shared. Another thing in art class that we all like consecutively was just like, this is good.
Shrek is love. Shrek is life.
Shrek was always like on our drawn on our windows in school.
Yeah, I drew Donkey, and one of our other friends drew Shrek.
Yeah. Chalkboard always had a good Shrek.
We had a big chalkboard wall in our small little kitchen area in college, and people could draw whatever they wanted on there. Obviously, don't do anything disrespectful, but other than that, no rules for it. And we drew quite a few memes. I drew Chad Kroger with the graph meme.
Oh yeah, forgot about that one. I drew a lot of Fairly Odd Parents.
That's true. You did it really good, Timmy Turner's dad.
Very good at the art style.
Like you could work for an animation studio.
If they ever were like, we need a stand-in right now, I'd be like, I'm here. There's probably 1,000 other more qualified people, but I'm here.
But I'm here. I mean, I love comics and stuff because like you can do a little bit of everything. In animation, I would like to be able to do it, but people don't realize cartoons are actually way harder than you think they are.
I see someone that's like, I don't know, just does that professionally for a living, especially for a long time. It's like, props to you. Like, that is such a hard industry.
Like, people don't realize it, but like, you imagine having to be able to draw something that looks simple, but it's more like complicated, and you have to draw exactly the way it looks depending on what you're working on. And you draw like thousands of them a day. Like, I can't imagine.
We don't have.
That's why I'm an illustrator, not an animator. I did think about it when I was younger, but then when I tried to make my own animations, I'm like, I hate it. No, absolutely not.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I thought about doing that for school. Like, because I wanted to be able to turn my comic book into an animated series, right?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So, once I started to like, okay, I'll give it a shot. No, I didn't like it. I can do very small, minimal things, but not more than that.
I've really taken a knack at it. No times that I can think of. I'm so confused when it comes to what I want to do when it comes to art-wise sometimes.
I mean, not everybody knows what they want to do. Like, I know I had a lot of people in high school say, like, you're lucky you know what you want to do with your life. And I'm like, yeah, but it's also the hardest field in the hardest, like, hardest thing to do, like, industry. I chose comic books for a thing that's, everything's becoming digital, and it's really hard to get a job at the company you want when it's, like, the most mainstream one at the time.
Yeah, and then just, like, yeah, the most competitive, like, not dying, but definitely not, like, everyone's number one field of entertainment.
Yeah, like, I chose one of the harder ones, and people, but people still say, like, you're lucky, you know what you want to do. But that doesn't mean that you can't do things that you want to do. Like, you can try out anything you want. And it's often, a lot of times, people that try and force themselves to pick what they want without really knowing, they end up being dissatisfied and trying to figure out what to do later. If you just experiment now, you're not going to have any problems.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of telling my... I'm trying to experiment more with what I want.
Like, you've worked, like, art gallery jobs, and I know you're interested in, like, game art, like concept art and stuff like that, too.
Yeah. I don't know how much of it... job stuff is always hard. Especially in art field. For myself. Just yeah. Not saying it is for everyone. I've been looking at more graphic design things, thinking about going back to school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where would you go for graphic design? Nate?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's a good school.
My cousin went there, so it was like something I like, and I'm looking more into it. So maybe.
I do graphic design now, more web graphic design. I think if you like being able to like pick out colors and themes and coordinating shapes and everything like that, you'd be good at it.
Yeah.
Because I'm somebody who definitely did not want to do that for a living. Because being a graphic designer is way more about being technical and exact and anticipating people's needs and wants without them actually giving you any description, and then they just turn on their head like to change their thing for the next minute, and it stressed me out. I remember trying to do assignments like that in school when I was making my art portfolio in high school, and my teacher said, I think you'd be more suited to just doing illustration rather than graphic design because you seem to really have a good feel for composition, but you're not so great at like perspective and things that need to be exact. And I'm like, I agree. I don't want to do it. And that's why I knew I wanted to do comics, and I'm like, because I considered, should I go to school for graphic design so I have that under my belt and then go in for this so I could be taken seriously. And I mean, I'm doing it now. I didn't go back to school. I had some courses I took online for my job that were paid for. But, which is good. And I think I'm learning stuff that'll help me with my illustration stuff.
No, definitely.
But I can tell it's not the fit that I was looking for. But it's still something in the art industry. At least it's getting me in the art industry, so I have experience. Because, like, a lot of other jobs, this one's like, oh, you have to have experience working as a professional for, like, 15 years. It's like, or 5-year minimum. And I'm like, how am I supposed to get that if literally no one hires me? And if they do, they're, like, a really small company that's shady.
Like, entry-level job, 3 years of experience needed.
Yeah. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah. No, there's some job listings I just see for like illustrators and graphic designers, and it's like, it's horrible. Like, I don't know, it's so hard sometimes just getting into the industry.
That is the hardest part, which is why I took the job I have now, because it's like my first chance to get somewhere. Oh my gosh, this looks so weird. Oh man. So it's not as realistic, but he's not looking like regular Yoshi, so it is very different.
Is it a good way?
I don't know. I hope so.
You're like,
You'll see what I mean when you see it. I promise you, it will make sense what I'm saying. Some point. Oh, drew that line too high. Yeah, growing up, we had Mario Kart on the GameCube, so that's where I played a lot of it. And then my brother also had a lot of Mario games, so like Super Paper Mario. I really like that one. Super Mario Sunshine. Yeah. That's my favorite. I still like that game.
I got to play that one. Not when I was younger, but like lately.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been like fully kind of getting up to date with it. I knew it existed. Nothing like I was completely oblivious to it. We just didn't have access to play it on anything growing up. So it's like when I moved out to the city, then I was like, I have freedom to play whatever Mario game I want to. That was my adulting moment. I am an adult. I'm allowed to play Mario now.
Were you not allowed before?
No, my parents just didn't. Like, I guess we bought games, but I don't know. Just didn't buy Mario. I was just whatever my siblings bought, because I didn't really go to buy games until I was older, and then I just buy Mario. I honestly don't know how to explain how I grew up just never playing it. Like, I have no explanation, no way to justify it. It just didn't happen. And I understood I lost a lot of childhood just because of that.
Yeah, I didn't really buy games either. Mind you, I wasn't very big on games growing up. I preferred to watch people play games because I like the storylines better than playing them.
Okay.
So I watched my brothers play a lot of video games growing up. I mean, I had the ones that I did like to play, but they were more so like, you know, I like Tetris and Bust a Move, stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah.
I liked a lot of games, but my favorite to watch were always ones with storylines.
So yeah, I'd have to, like, I don't know if I'd be able to sit and watch someone else play, like, a storyline game. I'd have to be the one playing it. I'd probably get stressed out. Well, that's like, I watched my sister, I guess, story games. That's when I was younger.
Yeah. I mean, I have more games now, because, like, oh my gosh, Spider-Man PS4 is fantastic.
That's when you just became a gamer. When Spider-Man PS4 came out.
I bought the PS4 to play the game.
Yeah.
I wanted it so badly.
You're like, I bought a PS4 just because I saw a commercial of Spider-Man.
It was because I saw Jacksepticeye was playing the game, but I looked it up and it said you had to have a PS4, like it wasn't available on any other console kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, only my brothers have it, and I don't think they're gonna buy it just because I want it. And so got tongue-tied. And so I saw there was an ad for a Spider-Man PS4, and it was the limited edition where it's the red PlayStation, and it came with the game, and it's a PS4 Pro, and it was on sale, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's limited edition. I literally never spend money on things that I want just for me. If I am going to buy a PlayStation, it's going to be this one. And I got up and got dressed and left the house and bought it on the bus. I called in to reserve it, got there, paid for it, came home with a PlayStation, and everyone's like, where'd you go? I'm like, oh, I bought the PS4. What?
I remember you and me that day, you like told me about it, and I was like, excuse me? I was like, when is this happening? Like, as part of the group, I was just the only one that really like played games a lot. And then you're like, I bought a PS4, and I was like, finally, someone to play with.
Finally. I mean, yeah, it's such a good game, you guys. If you haven't played it, or even if you like don't have the thing to play it, you can watch gamers play it on YouTube. It's really good story. If you enjoy Spider-Man especially, it will satisfy you no matter which Spider-Man you were a fan of. I promise you. It is so good.
Tobey Maguire is the only good Spider-Man.
Yes, in our opinion, do not start a fight in the comments because you're wrong, okay? The end. You think I was judgy about Nickelback? You're ready for this?
Alright, I already forgot about Nickelback. That's the one thing I had growing up was Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
He is the love of my life. Like, I will love Sam Heughan and his character on Outlander. Sure. Always. But no one comes before Spider-Man ever. Doesn't matter. Specifically Tobey's, because he is my everything. He's the reason I like superheroes. He's my taste in men. Yes, I said he is my taste because that's what I base my taste off of. How many people are gonna be like, but Tom Holland's better? I swear.
No.
Just saying, if you comment that, I will never read your comments. I would say I would delete them, but I'm not really that petty, just because you can have your opinion. I don't want to tell people what they can and can't like. Just don't tell me! You can't tell me my opinion's wrong. That's when it's not okay.
She'll listen, just not listen.
Oh my gosh, I do not know how to draw Mario. From memory, that's gonna be the most entertaining part.
Wait, are you drawing Mario from memory?
Yeah! On his...
Oh no.
He doesn't look like him at all!
Oh no.
Oh, I love him.
Why?
I love him. I'm not even gonna...
I'm excited.
Okay, I gotta color him. There will be videos on my channel that are just about Spider-Man, like, and my whole reason for liking him and all that, because if I were to try and go into that now, we'd be here all night.
I'm amazed there's not already, to be honest.
I just want to make sure I'm in the right, like, headspace to, like, do it justice.
That makes sense.
Because he is the biggest part of my life, so...
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Everyone watching me draw this Mario right now either subscribed or left my channel not coming back.
This is why I'm happy I don't have to do it on camera.
Okay,
I know for sure, I think I want to go back and like maybe fix his clothes, but I feel like his face is perfect.
Well, at least yours is. I can't wait for you to see it. I can't.
Can't wait for you to see this.
Oh my
You
goodness.
don't even know what this is.
Mario?
Yeah. I was just like, what?
This doesn't even look like knockoff Mario. Like, this looks like very, very obscure meme Mario.
Abstract Mario.
Pretty much. Oh,
Don't know what it is, call it abstract.
It's abstract. I mean, I think I got all the elements. It's just not correctly.
You tried though, that's all that matters, right?
Yep. To an extent. Oh my goodness. Coloring his overalls. I can remember what color they are, what kind of shade of denim.
That reminded me of something.
What did it remind you of?
I need to add a button onto this. It's like, it's one of those things where like I look at the clothes and I'm definitely not fully happy with them at all. But I love this face so much. I don't know how to draw this button.
His shoes are black, I think.
Wanting to give suggestions, but I'm reading from memory.
I'm not saying it has to be. I just was too lazy to look up a ref.
No, it's by memory now. Or I could give you a hint if you want.
Well, his shoe's black.
3 hints. Oh.
I just know for a fact that his face is wrong.
Oh no.
His clothes are right. His face is wrong. Very, very wrong.
Mine, I just realized, looks like he's wearing 2 different kinds of shoes. That's not right.
Oh my.
You know how labeling layers.
Still haven't done it, huh?
No.
I shouldn't be allowed to draw things from memory anymore. Oh, I forgot to color his hat. I said I would draw a background. I drew this. You better appreciate it, people watching.
Have you done your Yoshi?
Yeah. I told you I didn't try as hard as I probably could have. Because I tried. Well, I did 4 attempts at a head, and none of them looked right, so this one's the one that I'm doing now.
Well, our conversation was at all interesting. Anyone?
I mean, it was fun for me.
We had a good time reminiscing.
We did. We are having fun.
We are.
I say it like, it's over.
Okay, it's done. Bye.
I didn't label any of my layers. Let's see.
I want to go back and change stuff, but I don't want to hold you back. You're done.
You can change stuff after I record this, because I'm not going to upload it till, like, Thursday.
True. That is very true. So I can send you what I have now.
Mm-hmm.
And then send you what you want later.
Okay, let me see if I go... Background looks something. It looks like oh, the saturation is terrible. I don't think I should have that. You know what? We're good without a background.
Oh no.
Oh. All right. Do you want to see mine?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And
Oh my god!
what do you think?
Why is Mario such a booty?
I thought it would be funny. I don't know. I couldn't remember how to draw his legs on his body right, so...
I mean, I like it. It's definitely like, it looks like a meme. Mario looks real, like it's like Yoshi got mushroom and Mario's just like,
They're on shrooms.
Yeah, definitely. I like it.
I love that kind of unsure sound you have to it. I like it.
There's a lot of things I'm looking at here.
I didn't know what to do with it. I'm like, I originally had him look kind of more dragony, but I decided to make it look more like him because he's rounded. And I ended up putting shoes on him, and I'm like, oh. And then I'm like, I'll draw a background. I'm like, but what if I put Mario on him? That'd be good. And then that happened, and he's so much smaller on him than I intended. But
I didn't realize he was on him.
he's sitting on his shell.
I like it, but I mean, like, when you're drawing them, like, I didn't know that you were drawing them together. I love it. This needs to be. I want that to be a sticker.
This is gonna be a sticker for your computer? For your
Please.
sketchbooks?
I would love that.
Hey guys, if you also want this as a sticker, leave a comment down below and maybe I'll put it onto my shop.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna send you mine now. Probably. And I'm pretty sure you'll know who he's taking after when I send it. I'm just like double checking to make sure. Yeah, it's fine. I'll send.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. You guys, you have to see this. Look at that. I love that. That's so much better than what I did. Why am I the one with the YouTube channel?
No, I'm noticing so many imperfections with it.
No, it looks so good. It looks so good.
Aw, thank you.
Comparing. Let's put this at a side by side, you guys. Oh my goodness. Hers. Mine. You can definitely see our different personality traits in the course of these two pictures. Someone who tries, and someone who's just skirting along in life.
Skirt.
Oh my gosh. Well,
I like your attempt.
Thank you. It gives me joy, but also cringe at the same time, which I think is exactly what you want in a meme. So,
like Trump Mario.
Trumpario.
Mario.
Trumario. Trumario.
No, Mrump.
Mrump. So this is Mrump, and this is extra ripped off version of Yoshi and Mario.
This is definitely like a bootleg game. Mario and Yoshi.
It's like, oh, it's called Little Plumber and Dinosaur.
Little Plumber's Adventures.
Or no, instead of Mario, it's Maurice.
Oh, yes.
Maurice and
Yo-Yo.
Yo-Yo. Oh my gosh. Alright, is there anything else you want to say before I close this up?
I don't think there's anything I can say that would end this off more perfectly than these drawings together. I hope everyone enjoyed this.
Yeah, I hope you guys had fun. I want to keep making videos with my friends. It's so much better than making them alone. Oh my gosh.
I hope it feels like a podcast that I get to be a part of, and hopefully, I can join your channel again and we can maybe talk about things that other people find more interesting.
If there's any topics you'd like to hear us talk about, you guys, you can put it down below. Also, if you have any questions about art school and what it's actually like, you can ask that because we've been through it. Bailey more than me, even. So, yeah, if you want this to be a sticker, let me know. I do have a store, which I'll link down below. Yeah, I think the only thing left now is to say arrivederci, because he's Italian.
That went way over my head. Go check out my Instagram if you guys. I don't draw like this usually. I should though.
You should.
When you put this out, I'll post my what was his name again? Marump?
Rump.
Tario? I'll post it, and if you guys can give him some love, let me know you came from the channel. I would love that.